Hello and welcome to Greenville, North Carolina for Gatekeeper and HyzerMedia's combined coverage of the Down East Players Cup presented by Basket Bashers. As always, thank you to Cosmic Disc Golf, D-Town Disc Golf, and Reaper Disc Supply for making this coverage possible. I'm Nathan Johnson, joined in the booth today by Dan Brooks-Wells. Who we got on the card today, Dan?
We have a treat for you. We have 2018 World Champion Paige Shue from Charlotte, North Carolina. We got Holly Finley from Bell Buckle, Tennessee. We got Megan Goldsby from Chapel Hill, North Carolina. And here to round out our card is Emma Harris from Kinston, North Carolina.
Great card. Jumping into the back nine. If you haven't seen the front nine, it's on Gatekeeper Media's YouTube channel, so make sure to check it out. Hole 10 is a par 4, 528 feet. Just kind of goes dead straight the entire way. You've got some trees about halfway down the fairway that you've got to maneuver through. Most players off the tee trying to throw a slight turnover backhand, most likely through that wide gap that you see slightly to the right.
See Holly, she really knows how to work those understable discs. We've seen it a few times from her from the front nine, and she can really shape those shots in the woods.
Yeah, that looked pretty much perfect from Holly. If you leak either way, it's not ideal. The left is a little more forgiving than the right-hand side, so keep that in mind. This shot, kind of a weird little reaction there from Megan's drive, but looks like it might have stayed in the fairway. But like as I was saying, the left-hand side is a little more forgiving than the right. So if your disc is gonna miss, maybe the fade out is probably the better miss. Something like this is pretty ideal.
Yeah, we can see some of the leaves falling and blowing there. Do you think the wind is starting to pick up at this time a little bit?
Yeah, it was pretty gusty on this first day. Not very consistent, so kind of hard to predict, but not too strong, especially compared to what we had for the rest of the weekend. So. All right, so this is where that roll took Megan. Just a really awkward spot there on the right-hand side. Not a bad kick, honestly, to kick her back over to the left. Should be a kind of a hyzer into the green from there.
Let's see. Are they just trying to get out this gap, put it to this gap right in front of her?
Yeah. That's a good shot right there. Puts it back in the middle.
Okay.
Probably about 250 to get up and down from there. This looks nice from Megan, leaking out a little left, but able to get her out into the open. She'll probably have a circle 2 putt to save her par.
Yeah, awkward lie for Holly there. Catches the wrong side of the tree.
Yeah, I'm surprised she got so far over to the right. Must have gotten some weird ground play. Paige, that was kind of an ideal shot, ideal drive, and she threw a nice upshot from there. This is pulled a bit from Emma. Not what she was looking for there. Going to have a long look at par for her as well.
Here's another patent pending for Holly. All these awkward stances. See what she can do with it. All right. Little cut roll out. Gives herself a long look. Save her par. Sit down. What is with these rolls?
Yeah, kind of a weird roll there. This is going to be a par look for Holly from circle 2, just a bit low.
Yeah, and Holly's really close. She's hit cage a few times today, and 6 inches can make all the difference.
Yeah, Emma now after that kind of weird little roll, looking to limit the damage to a bogey. You like the commitment there.
That looked good.
Just a bit high. So Paige, if she can connect here, going to pick up 2 strokes on the entire card.
Just a
Heavy
little
chains.
weak side. Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, with that like kind of nose down hyzery putt that Paige has, definitely want to be catching on the right-hand side. So no birdies from our lead card here. No birdies in the entire FPO field on hole 10. I think we're probably going to see some more in round 3 when we come back to this course. 'Cause this one's gettable with 2 good shots. But today it did play as the 4th hardest hole, so tricky. Jumping into hole 11, it's a par 4 at 510 feet. Your tee shots, you want something moving left to right to set you up to throw into this gap that we are going to look at right now. And yeah, and then you want to throw something over this retaining wall into the green, hopefully give yourself a birdie look. There is kind of a casual relief area on the other side of the wall. If you do happen to land in it, that takes you to a drop zone that's about 40 feet away from the basket.
A little early, a little low.
Gotta sit. There is OB over there.
Oh, okay.
Looks like it was in bounds, though.
So here I would think is a similar shape shot to last hole, that little flip up and ride right.
Yeah, something like this is pretty good. You see that tree that Holly just missed? That's probably about 300 feet from the tee pad, so you're looking to bite off a good amount of distance to get yourself into the landing zone.
Just needs to cut roll out. Seems it got caught up in just a little bit of cabbage there, a little bit too turned out of the hand.
This looks nice from Emma. Just holds Annie a little longer. Might be a little pinched from there, but got bit off a good amount of distance, so.
A lot of hyzer out of Paige here. Probably looking to get the skip in.
Yeah, the angle on that in line looked great, so we'll see what kind of ground play she got and what kind of upshot she has into the green. Nice scramble there from Megan just to put herself at the mouth, give her a chance to save par. Let's see what Holly's looking at here. A little left of where she'd like to be. It's a nice shot.
I don't know about you, but I love the man-made structures on courses. I think that wall looks really cool. Ooh, Emma a little early there. But yeah, I like these wall structures here. I don't know about you, but I just think it gives it a nice touch to most courses.
It's a great looking flex forehand there from Megan. Yeah, it really makes players think about their, control the height on these upshots, right? Especially since most players are going to be throwing this flex forehand into the green. When you have the disc on Anheuser, it's going to be dropping as it flies. So you really got to push the ceiling. It's a really technical approach into the green. I think it's a nice touch as well. Just a jump putt in from Holly. Paige is going to try to go backdoor here. Just a little forehand up to the green. Looks like she does a nice job of that.
Look at this.
This is, yeah, she might not be able to see the basket.
Maybe the top band, but yeah. It's just something different, right? Like you would never find this in nature, I don't think, for the most part.
Yeah, hard. You got to throw that kind of Matteo putt from the chin. Weird spinner. Awkward little shot.
Just be as tall as Matteo. You'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly. Then you can just see the whole basket, probably.
Just putt regular.
Exactly. There's a nice putt there for Megan to grab a par. Going to be a bogey for Emma. And we'll have a couple of par tap-ins, I believe, from Holly and Paige. Hole 11's a tricky one. No birdies in the FPO field. Averaged 4.63 on the day.
Yeah, a couple
not losing any strokes with a par.
Couple of tough holes. I think maybe in the next round they play this course, they'll figure it out. A couple people might get a few birdie looks.
Yeah, for sure. As we jump into hole 12, it's a par 5 at 622 feet. Your tee shot, just looking to throw something pretty straight. You've got OB on the left-hand side, so you don't want something that fades out too much. Then pitching up anywhere near this gap to give yourself a look into the green. You can't really cut the corner as you see all those skinny trees on the left-hand side looking at it from this angle. So, you're looking to get your first 2 shots to put yourself in a position to have a straight shot into the green.
And here's Holly again with that hyzer flip right down the gut.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Megan trying to match that. Megan here has 15 wins on the season and 22 top 3 finishes. So
That's
quite a
a
year.
great year.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's been busy in 2023.
Absolutely.
It's a little high from Emma. Needs to get down before it leaking out too
Sit, sit,
far
sit.
left. Looks like it stayed in bounds though. This is where the forehand really comes into play here. If she's able to beat that tree, which she does, that's going to put her in a really nice spot. Honestly, might be less than 200 feet into the green from there. It's pretty much a right angle as you hit the backside of this fairway and start moving right into the green. So important to keep the angles right. Paige just pushes that a little too straight. And that's going to be trouble on the backhand side of the fairway.
Get through.
This looks money.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say, yeah, soft bid indeed. That's way up there. She may be like 70, 80 feet, honestly.
Wow.
From the basket. Tough angle for Holly. Just has to beat that one tree. Doesn't quite get it. This is going to be a touchy turnover into the green.
Get the glide on that. That was awesome. She even gets the nice little skip, little slide to the basket. Well done.
Ooh, Paige, kind of a sneaky little line. Able to give herself a longer look.
Keep turning. Megan just didn't get over on that quite enough. Still looks like she'll get a long bid.
Yeah, with this elevated basket too, Emma not messing around with running that eagle putt, just kind of lays it up. There's a nice little gully too around this green.
Whoa,
what a putt from Paige Shue from downtown on the elevated basket for the birdie.
Champ.
Love to see it.
That's a champ putt right there. That was awesome.
Yeah, let's see if Megan can match. Probably just outside the circle here. Oh, just a bit off. But yeah, as I was saying, there's a nice little gully here around the basket to kind of, you know, catch your disc. Don't have to be too precise with the distance control. As Holly picks up the birdie as well. This is a good one to get. These upshots can be pretty tricky through the tight tunnel into the green.
Yeah, I really like the bowl. It kind of gives it a false sense of a raised basket because usually when you're putting, you're not, you know, unless you're in the bullseye, like you're still going to be regular like height towards the basket. So I don't know, something cool.
Yeah, just a little different as we head in here to hole 13. It's a par 4 at 513 feet. There's actually 2 fairways here. We are flying down the left-hand side, which I think is the more common one. Most players are going to throw like a straight to turnover shot, hopefully getting you anywhere close to that mouth. There's also a hyzer gap on the right-hand side, but it's kind of finicky, so I don't know if we'll see anybody take it. That's a nice kick.
Absolutely. Yeah, it seems like these branches, it's kind of a low ceiling, and these branches are really grabby, it looks like. So to have a disc spit out is fortunate. Oh!
There we go. There's another one.
You ever read that book, The Giving Tree?
we just saw it right there.
Yeah. There it is. Found it.
That's the pure line right there from Emma.
Very nice.
Pretty much perfect. Oh, and this is a nice angle from Megan as well. Just a little soft Annie to kind of push her way up the fairway. There is OB on the left-hand side after you get out the gap, so you want to be careful of not letting your disc fade out late in the flight, as you could get into a little bit of trouble. So a little baby turnover here is what Holly's going for.
A little early. Seems like a rough kick. Seems like there's a lot of small trees, grabby branches, vines left and right, and that's a nice gap hit. Turned over a little bit much, but she's out, it seems.
Yeah, she's out, and there's plenty of space over there on the right-hand side. A little low release there from Emma, but looks like it's at the mouth. So it shouldn't be too bad of an up and down. This is a tricky little shot here from Paige.
There you go. I like that decisiveness. Pick a gap, hit a gap.
Yeah, sometimes you don't have many options off the fairway on this course. So if you really have anything, kind of just have to go for it. This looks really nice from Emma.
Oh, yeah.
Looking to get up and down to save the par. Tricky lie here for Holly.
Yeah, this course really seems to test your scramble game. It's, it seems like everyone's going to get in trouble at some point, and can you do these weird stanced, weird angled shots to kind of save your par, save your bogey?
Yeah, I feel like that's just North Carolina golf, right?
That's
like
fair.
Woods
That's fair.
golf that just
Yeah.
you got to have all the shots because you're gonna need them pretty much every round you play out here. So Holly actually does have a long look to save the par. Oh, off the cage again.
That's like the fourth or fifth one like that. I mean, she's so close to making one of these long ones.
Hey, you got to think it's gonna happen eventually.
Gotta believe. Gotta know.
I think that is going to be a par from Megan, which is a pretty solid score. Probably going to pick up a stroke on the entire card if I counted correctly.
I think so. Yeah. And this one, you might have guessed, is the hardest hole on the day. 0.88 over par.
Pretty tough as we head into hole 14, sponsored by DPW Disc Golf.
Hey-o.
Grab a lesson. Par 3, 337. You're looking to push something straight through this gap with a little bit of left finish at the end. Hopefully get a birdie look, but it is a long straight tunnel. This looks really nice from Megan, going with the full flex. Not a bad shot.
She thinks it's a little too left, but I think she's going to be all right. But I don't know the course as well as she does.
Yeah, I think she was just saying a little left out of the hand, but it ended up working out. Paige just going straight, which is not a bad thing at all. She looks like she's about pin high. Will probably be somewhere in circle 2. Holly with her patented Hyzer flip game. This needs a little bit of finish.
Wow. She definitely, when she let that go, she looked like she put a little something extra into that. That was crushed.
Yeah, that was pure. That's just, I can't really draw it up any better than that. Just Hyzer flipped a flat, gets a little finish at the end, and looks like she's well inside the circle. No OB on this hole, so that shot from Emma is fine. Actually, pretty much a wide open approach.
Yeah.
Yeah, sticks it close.
Dunk it in.
Nice approach there from Megan as well. Let's see if Paige can connect from deep in circle 2 here.
No.
Oh, wow.
So unfortunate.
Yeah, you hate to see that. Such a good bid. Had the height just off the top and rolls out maybe outside of circle 1. Definitely a long look here. Oh, what a putt.
I mean, a lot of people are dropping a stroke there, and, resiliency. It's part of the game. Not letting that rollaway get to you and just stepping up and drilling it.
Yeah, Holly with basically the tap in birdie.
Parked. Just parked.
Nice pars from Emma and Megan as well.
Yeah. With that birdie, Holly takes the lead over Paige.
Yeah, a couple holes left here in this round 1. 15 being one of them. It's a par 4, 551 feet. There's 2 gaps off the tee, a straight gap, which the drone flew through. There's also a right gap if you want to throw a hyzer off the tee, and then pretty much wide open into the basket if you're able to get through this gap cleanly. Looks like Holly's aiming for the dead straight gap. Oh no, she proved me wrong. She's going to the right side.
She got you good.
That's really the mistake there. You need something to stay on hyzer the whole way, or it's easy to get to those backside trees. You need to make sure you fade in front of them.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Little
Little
pinball.
pinball there for Megan's drive. Just came out a little high. Caught some cabbage.
Get through. There you go.
Yeah, that's going to work out great. A little early release, but snuck its way through.
No. She knew it out of her hand. Yeah, it's those moments where you're like, should I have gone for the Hyzer gap? I don't know. I think you just stick to your game plan, so it's just unfortunate.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the Hyzer gap is a little bigger, but the straight gap is just right in front of you. It's just a preference thing, right? In terms of oh, I think that stays in bounds. There is that baseball field that we saw on the front nine is over there on the left, but shouldn't come into play. This is actually also kicks left and looking like a nice recovery from Holly, but
Megan's flick. Every time Megan flicks, it's just nice and smooth. I love it. Looks great.
she's got a great forehand.
Just a little early. I'm sure she was trying to go around to the right on that throw.
Yes, this is a nice drive from Paige. She's going to have probably a nice little baby hyzer into the green. Nice ground play
6,
there.
7, 8 skips.
Skips her up into the circle. Yeah, plenty of ground play. A lot of like pine needles and stuff out on these courses. So, you can definitely rely on the skip if you're going to be going driver into or throwing a faster disc in general into some of these greens. Tricky approach here for Holly.
That'll do.
But yeah, really well done. Yeah, Megan's touch forehand is really solid. Able to rely on that one from inside of 200 as Emma cans a really nice putt there from the edge of the circle to save the bogey.
Yeah, those putts are so important. That with the elevated basket, that can get out of hand going back and forth. So, well done.
So birdie look for Paige Shue. Nicely done.
Nice.
Yeah, I like how some of these baskets have the, built up structures. This one's got the nice steps if you can't quite reach.
All you short people out there.
Vertically challenged, Dan. Vertically challenged.
Oh, okay. Sorry. My apologies.
Nice putt from Megan. Holly is going to tap in what I believe is a par. Paige Shue with the only birdie in the entire field on this hole on the day, which is a nice pickup.
There you go. That's a nice little scramble by Holly there. In the rough on the right, having a weird look on the left.
Yeah, jumping into hole 16, you see that Mando on the left-hand side, par 3, 288. You're just looking to throw something dead straight with a little bit of fade at the end before your disc reaches that back wall of trees that you can see. Kind of something exactly like this. Oh my God, she hit the V tree. Honestly, if that misses that tree, that's an ace run because the basket's like probably 20 feet right behind that tree. She's still going to have a putt, but that was looking great.
This looks like it goes uphill and then just drops off. Am I getting that right?
Yeah, it's a subtle up and down. This is a little overturned. Holly's probably going to reach that back wall of trees, but yeah, it's just like a subtle up and down. It's probably slightly downhill in terms of overall distance, but
Gotcha.
this is nice if it gets a little fade, and it does. Yeah, should be probably right around circle's edge there for Megan.
Nice and smooth from Emma. That should be good as well.
Good, huh? Yeah, I should mention there's also OB down the left-hand side of this fairway as well. So if you come up short left, you could find that out of bounds. None of our players ran into that problem, though. This is a long look at the birdie from Megan, just comes up a bit short.
Holly just missing a little bit left, and here's Paige to card the only birdie. She gets it.
Yeah,
Nice.
sneaks it in there.
A little bit of momentum in the last 2 holes.
Yeah, starting to find that rhythm, making some really nice putts. Looking to finish strong. These last couple holes are all very gettable. 18 is a tough par 3, but actually 17 is pretty tricky too. But definitely, definitely, if you're able to grab a couple birdies down the stretch, you're going to pick up strokes on folks. So able to make some moves and position yourself well for the rest of this round if you can finish strong. Starting with 17, like I mentioned, tricky little hole, par 3 at 255. If you have the forehand, that's the play to kind of sneak around the backside. If you want to go turnover backhand, you have to get a little lucky through some of these trees up by the green. Just a little pulled there from Paige. Sits and drops. There's also an OB creek behind the basket, so distance control is important as well.
We've seen Holly throw this mid a few times. It's just going to flip over and hold. Oh, it did. These discs listen to Holly really well. I just have to say that.
Yeah, she knows her plastic, that's for sure. The angle control has been really nice all around. This has got to sit. It's leaking out a little left. Looks like it caught something late, so might have a long look there for Megan. I like this flex line. This will come back. Probably a little bit short, but should have a birdie look.
Paige on the approach. Probably sat like she asked. I'm going to guess.
I think so. Weird little putt here. Gonna have to thread the needle.
I didn't take that branch.
That was like a putt you pick in a game of putt.
Yes.
It was a little tricky.
Open putt here from Holly over on the left side of the green. Oh, just it gets a little tickle, but a bit wide right.
Good tree.
Yes. Oh, and a nice par save from Paige from 30 feet.
Wow.
She is feeling the putt right now. Megan looking to save the par as well after catching that branch on her birdie putt.
Very nice.
Smooth.
Yeah. Those are ones like, you know, if she doesn't end up making that putt, you're kicking yourself for missing that little upshot. But good way to keep her mental health going for that night.
Yeah. And this should be a birdie look for Emma. Oh, it just slides out right side. Heavy chains there. One of those 50-50 putts.
Yeah.
Just didn't quite catch. Have to settle for the par. As we head into hole 18, final hole of round 1. It's a par 3 at 354. Pretty much a dead straight shot. You can throw a little baby flex if you'd like. But yeah, just got a couple of trees late to miss as long as you hit this initial gap. Slightly uphill as well.
Cool. So these girls, they're giving it all they got, and she catches the one thing you gotta miss.
Yeah, it's a tight. The gap is tighter than it looks here from the tee, just because you end up having to throw this shot pretty hard because, like I said, it's slightly uphill. You got to keep something straight the whole time. So not a bad shot from Holly. Leaks out a little left there, but still inbounds. The only OB on this hole is deep of the basket.
Okay. Yeah, and you could hear Holly say she's just looking to get through the gap. You know, come to question if this is one of those holes. Maybe most players are just playing for par.
Yeah, I think hard to keep a disc straight this long. This looks like a really nice line though from Emma. She might have a long little circle 2 look from there. It's important up and down here for Paige. Finish her round strong, keep some momentum.
Yeah, she's got a
going into tomorrow.
1-stroke lead over Holly, and that takes a disastrous kick. That is unfortunate.
Yeah, it's going to leave her a long putt to save the par. Nice shot there from Megan. Weird little ground play, but ended up working out.
Yep, I think Emma's going to pitch this one up and end her day Hopefully with the tap in par. Get over there.
I know, right?
Come on.
Huh?
There it goes.
Now Holly's talking
One
about other
last chance for
people's
Holly from deep.
Not quite. Maybe we'll hit a big one. She did hit a big one or two, but maybe we'll hit some more tomorrow.
Paige just a bit low to save the par. Nice par there from Emma. So we're gonna have a tie at the top here after round one. Well, we'll wait. We'll wait for the leaderboards to show up. There are 4 other players on the course. Sorry.
Nathan.
I'm getting ahead of myself, Dan. Now I'm coming out with the spoilers.
I did it once.
At least on this card.
Now I feel better. You know what it is? You're just trying to make me feel better, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, I got you. I got you, dude. Nice par from Holly. This will be for par from Megan.
Yep.
I know, to not know where you are.
And a drop in bogey from Paige. And there it is. And a round one here. Let's take a look at the shot of the round. It is this super smooth approach shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5. I was
At
wrong.
least 6 skips on the upshot from Paige Shue, which led her to a tie for the hot round. 2 under par with Holly Finley. Irina Shakova, even par, and Megan Goldsby is going to stay on this feature card here for round 2 as we head over to the ECU Gold Course in the wind. It's going to be interesting, but first we got to thank our supporting sponsors, the Norse Gods, as well as the Patreon family, for making this coverage possible. 2 more rounds to go. Like I said, Gatekeeper will have the front 9. HyzerMedia will have the back 9. Appreciate y'all for watching. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of it. We'll see you over there.